1 Peter chapter 3, Peter gives instructions to those of us who follow Jesus in these words. He says, "Be ready at all times to answer anyone who asks you to explain the hope that you have, but do so with gentleness and respect." Peter is making an assumption that those of us who follow Jesus will live such good and honorable and loving lives that the people around us would take notice, and eventually they would ask us, "Why do you live the way you live?" And then we would be ready to say, "Well, I live with hope. I live in hope." One of the things that I'm most encouraged by when I talk to my friends in Ukraine, which I do every day, I talk to many of them every day, they seem to just be in the middle of, for what most of us would be unbelievable situations, waking up in bomb shelters, going through 4 or 5 checkpoints just to go to the grocery store, wondering when and if your electricity is going to be on or off forever, wondering if a bomb's going to hit your city and change lives forever. They, in the middle of that, are full of hope. They are continuing to be faithful to their callings, and they're continuing to serve their neighbors, and they go out of their way to help people who are in dire need. And the reason they do that is because they are full of hope. They know that one day, whether it's today or next week or maybe in the next life, that God is going to take care of them, that God is going to make things right. And this verse is a reminder to me, and those people are a reminder to me that I am to live a life that when things are bad, when there's a war going on, when there's struggle in my family, when there's a crisis with my finances, when there's just something in my life going on, I am to handle that and face that as though I have hope, and as though I know, I'm fully confident that it might be bad now, but it won't always be bad, that one day God will make it right. And I'm supposed to live that in such a way that people who don't have hope would take notice. And so I want to talk this week about how we are to live lives that people take notice of. We live such good and loving and honorable lives that people notice us, and they want what we have, and they want to live the way we live, and they want to face difficulties the way we face difficulties. I know one of the main things I'm learning from my friends in Ukraine is when things get bad in my life, I want to live with the kind of hope and faithfulness that they have. We are to be ready at all times to explain that hope. We have this hope in our Savior Jesus. So whatever you're facing today, whether it's in your finances or your relationships or your work life, if it's bad, Jesus will make it good. It might not be today, and it might not be tomorrow, but eventually He will. God always makes things right, and He always makes things good, so we can live with hope. See ya.